Let's go to 4, guys. Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, you're disguised. You have your radio on so you can hear us, right?
Yeah.
All right, go for it. What skeleton you want to get out of your closet?
Well, it's not like I killed anybody or anything, but it was still pretty disturbing. I was at a party in a college, and it was like a dorm room party in between, and I was in the bathroom in between 2 dorm rooms, like a suite.
Right.
And it was what they call a hall crawl, which every room has like a different drink, and everybody's running around between everybody else's room.
Yeah, progressive drinking party.
Yeah, it was a drinking party.
Barnes knows.
Yeah.
He's been there.
Yeah, have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm at one of these, and I'm in the bathroom in between these 2 bedrooms of people that I didn't even know. And I'm in there waiting to use the bathroom. Well, there's someone already in there using the bathroom, and it's a girl probably. And there's a guy who's standing there, and he starts kind of talking tough to me and saying, "You gotta get out of here." And I just kind of looked at him and no, I don't.
So he was blocking the door while the girl went to the bathroom.
Yeah, he was just looking out. He was just looking out for his girl.
Right.
But I didn't even understand that was what was going on. I just heard this guy talking tough to me. So I just looked at him like, no, I don't. And then he says, "You got to get out of here. That's my girlfriend." And then I got what was going on. I said, "Oh, okay, that's cool. I understand." So I turn around to kind of walk out, and he puts his hand in the small of my back and pushes me towards the door. And the way this bathroom is set up, there's heavy metal doors on either side. It's a suite, so you can get in and out on either side of the bathroom into the opposite bedrooms.
Right.
I see.
Anyway, so he's pushing me out the door is what's happening. And as he's pushing me out the door, I'm just thinking, this is not right. And so I turn around and just give the guy a smack on both shoulders with my hands, just like popping backwards. And then I turn around and slam the door behind me and keep on walking. And now this room is the last room on the hall, this hall crawl. And I turn around and I walk out onto the fire escape, onto the stairwell, which is open to the air. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm standing there, I'm thinking, all right, this guy's going to come out. Either I go up to my bedroom, to my buddy's bedroom, actually, or else I go back in there and fight him. And just as I'm thinking that, the door bursts open. The guy comes out, grabs me across the face, cuts a big gash out of my face with his hands.
With his hands?
How does he cut you with his hands?
His fingernail.
Okay.
Just grabs at my face.
Right, gotcha.
And cuts a gash from my eye down to about the bottom of my nose. And then I sort of grab him back, and we're sort of wrestling around
on the fire escape.
Sounds like a movie.
Escape. And there's a crowd is gathering at this point.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I'm kind of getting ready to start throwing punches. I'm like, why are we just fighting here like girls or something? And he finally disentangles from me and waves his hand in my face and starts screaming at me, "Look what you did to me. Look what you did to me." And I honestly can't say what I saw because I totally must have blacked it out because I have no recollection of it sitting here talking to you. But I know what I did next, which is unlike me, and that's that I ran down the steps of the stairwell. I burst open the alarm door, and I kept running for about 2 blocks. I looked down at my white sweater that was soaked in blood. I looked at both my hands; they were soaked in blood. I touched my face, and there was blood all over that. And I ran home. I took the sweater off.
What happened?
Well, I couldn't figure it out until the next day. And I thought, what happened? Did he fall on a knife? I mean, when I pushed him, did he fall on something? And I went back the next day, which was stupid, but I think I was trying to get caught, really. But I went back the next day to the lunch line at the cafeteria at this place. I swear to God, I'm standing in line. The people behind me in line, I hear this guy kind of shaking his head, talking to someone else and going, "Man, did you hear what happened at that party last night?" And I just went, ooh, and I kind of turned away so they wouldn't see me because I had a big cut on my face.
Right.
And the guy in front of me goes, "Yeah, did you hear about that? A guy got his finger cut off." I had slammed the door. He had grabbed the door jamb. I slammed the door, and it popped his finger right off.
Oh, my.
Did you ever... what happened?
Well, it was pretty terrible. I had dreams.
So when he was saying, "Look what you did to me,"
He was waving a bloody stump of a finger in my face.
Because they knew it was you, so what happened? Did you get charged?
Nobody there really knew me because I didn't live there. It was my buddy that lived there.
And that man went on to be governor of Georgia. That man without the finger went
That
on
man's
to be
name was
governor of
Richard
Georgia.
Milhouse Nixon.
No. So,
it's a true story.
oh, that's like a make us say wow story.
so you never really said anything. You never confessed.
I never confessed. I called in. I called to him. I really had my friend call him because we figured out what room it was. I mean, it was easy to figure. We knew what room it was, and we looked up in the directory, like, who lived in that room. Mm-hmm. And we called over there and just to make sure he was okay. And he was okay, but they weren't able to put it back on. They, like... First,
So you talked to the guy, and you talked to the guy, hey, I'm the guy that snapped your finger?
He wasn't... Yeah, right.
I mean, hey, I want to see if you're okay.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever... Yeah, did you...
No, we just said we were at the party, and hey, are you doing okay?
Oh.
You know, like we were just friends.
A bystander.
So you've never had any encounter with this guy since then?
No.
I bet he couldn't point you out in a lineup. Hey, I gotta tell you, I gotta watch
hello.
it
Now, two shows.
All right, that's not a funny thing.
That's a good story. Well, you know, I mean, it's two dumb college guys fighting and somebody, right? And that's what happens.
Yeah.
I think we have one more.
Yeah, let's go to 5, guys.
Line
Let's go to 5. This is wild.
And you are
Todd?
Molly?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, okay, your voice is disguised. You have your radio on, right?
Yes, I do.
That's the way you can hear us. Okay, what's your skeleton you want to get out?
A few years ago, I was out on a date with a guy, and me and his sister were in the back seat of a car, and he got into a big argument with a friend of his.
Was this in Atlanta?
I'd rather not say.
Okay.
So
All right.
where was he?
Well,
You were in the back seat of the car. Where was he?
well, he got out and got together with a guy, and they got into a big argument. And he got him in the car. They drove off, and we drove with them, and ended up on a bridge.
Now
he
this
ended
is-
up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
This is just you and the two guys.
Me, the two guys, and my ex-boyfriend's sister.
Okay.
And someone you did or didn't know?
The guy I didn't know.
Okay, so they get back in the car. They're arguing. You drive to a bridge.
And, well, they get out of they stop the car. The two guys get out of the car. And all of a sudden, my ex-boyfriend pulls a gun and shoots them five or six times.
Whoa!
Wait a minute. The guy you didn't know made your boyfriend mad somehow?
I have no idea.
He just started shooting him.
Well, I believe that he was angry at him, but he was on a lot of drugs at the time.
What were they arguing about?
I have no idea. Knowing him, it was probably with gangs or something like that.
How old were these people?
At the time, my ex-boyfriend was 17 years old.
And this was many years ago?
It was about 4 years ago.
And
You
so-
witnessed him shoot the guy and just leave him there?
No, he threw the body over the bridge into the river.
Threw the body over the bridge
And then
into the river.
Was he ever caught?
It's never, until now, it has never been spoken of by me or by his sister.
And what compelled you to call and give up that kind of stuff on the radio?
Well, I thought it was a good skeleton to get out, but no one knows who I am.
Right.
And to my knowledge, he's moved out of the state. My ex-boyfriend has.
All right, now, why would you never come forward with this? Unless, I mean, is this guy your husband now, or is this?
No, he moved out of state.
I'm sorry, he moved out of state. So
Because
why
you didn't
would?
have anything to do with it.
But
No, I had
yeah, you
nothing to
did.
do
You were
with it.
there.
witnessed a murder. And I
What
would
I'm
say
saying,
is-
though, is why wouldn't you tell the police?
Right, exactly.
That's
Because
I'm agreeing
it's
with
years
you.
ago. It's years ago.
Well, 4
4
years
years
ago,
ago.
it's still a dead person.
I mean, a murder. There's no statute of limitations on a murder. I mean, the guy's still. So seriously, I mean, you witnessed it. You were not a party to it in
That's
the
what I-
sense.
that's what I
yeah,
meant.
yeah. In the sense that you're certainly not like responsible. Why would you not want at least justice to be served?
That's true.
Are you
know what I'm
afraid
saying?
for your well-being?
No, because I know that if he ever came after me, I have people who would protect me.
So
So
maybe
why didn't you come forward?
or maybe you still. I mean, you still can. I mean, it's not, you
I'm
still
just wondering at the time why she didn't.
Because at the time I was going out with him, and he was very abusive.
But, now they're probably still looking for whoever killed this mysterious guy.
Sure, 4 years, that case is still open.
I mean, I'm sure if it's not open, it can be opened. And
How old were you at the time?
I was 14 years old.
I mean, and seriously, I think that the right thing to do would be to talk to somebody, to an authority figure. This isn't something like that other woman that happened 10 years ago and she doesn't know what happened and she may have...
I mean, you know what happened.
I mean, you
know what
saw this happen
happened.
4 years
Certainly.
ago. That's like serious stuff.
This has to weigh heavy on your mind. I mean, it has to.
And very much so.
how do you go day to day knowing you saw a kid killed and thrown into the river, but yet you can just live with that?
Well, no. For quite a couple of years, I've blocked it out.
Well, but you could turn this into a good thing, is what we're saying.
Because there's a family out there
that is missing a child that you could, really help seal and have some closure to this thing for these people.
You're not protecting somebody who you care about, right?
No, not at all.
Have you thought about going to the authorities?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
Maybe this is a good time to do that.
Why don't we talk about this off air? Would you be interested in coming forward?
As long as I can keep my identity a secret.
Oh, of course.
No, your identity is not going to be on the air.
No, of course.
That's why we have your voice disguised. Hold on a second,
absolutely.
okay?
The best of the Morning X. 99X.